Welcome again to another episode of Sustainability Chats. My name is Anna and I'm the owner of DeCarbonize. It's a sustainable brand for sneakers and bags. For this episode, we are in our second episode. First episode we discussed about I presented to you my business and how it empowers women who are my partners in this business. So for this episode, I'm going to introduce to you a very special backpack. It's actually a partnership with my friend Mary Rose, who is based in Denmark. She's the owner of Salus Vita. It's also a sustainable brand of backpacks, and I am the distributor here in Germany for Salus Vita Backpacks. So today I'm going to present to you an exclusive series of Salus Vita Compassion backpacks, which are dedicated to the conservation of our rainforests. So these backpacks are actually named after rainforests that are very has a significance in terms of conservation, because it is vital in maintaining the ecosystem of our planet. And of course, we know that an imbalance in the ecosystem of our planet is the one that is causing the problem that we are facing right now, which is climate change. So of course, the idea behind the brand DeCarbonize and all the other partners, sustainable businesses that I am partner with, is really actually to raise awareness of the problem of climate change and how we can actually present sorry oh, excuse me, I think I have to where is that coming from? Sorry, I have a technical problem with that, and I have to fix it first. So I'm back here again. So yeah, as I was saying, the purpose really, or the idea behind the brand DeCarbonize is to present products as an alternative to the market, that you can actually buy products which doesn't have to be harmful to the environment. So the idea, of course, for my shoes or the sneakers that I offer under my brand is that they are produced with the least amount of carbon emissions, carbon dioxide emissions. So of course, carbon emissions are really, most products are carbon emission intensive industries, and in any small way that we can contribute as consumers by patronizing products which doesn't have to be doesn't emit so much carbon emissions into the atmosphere, and in this little way we are contributing to fix this problem of climate change and global warming. So going to global warming, the topic of global warming is actually very relevant to the rainforest, because trees, the plants, especially the trees or these forests, are the so-called lungs of the planet. So any imbalance in the planet, or the imbalance in the ecosystem of the planet, would really cause will significantly influence the rate of global warming that we have. So let me see here. So by the way, this I hope that I would be able to do this on a weekly basis, and it would sustainability chats would be a live stream, and it's a live stream every week at 7 p.m. Berlin time. Because I'm here in Germany, and so if you could subscribe to my channel and click the bell button, then you will be informed if I go on live. And of course we can interact, and you can chat in the box, which reminds me, actually I can see if the active wait a minute. Hold it, was yeah. So wait, I have to find my live stream here, then I can actually see if there are comments. Where is it? It should be here. Yep. Okay, so yeah, so I will be able to see if if your comments here, and if you're watching, you can just comment, and I will be able to read and reply to you real time, as we are of course live. Yeah, so so as I've said, I will be presenting to you the backpack of Salus Vita, and we have named this backpacks actually after significant rainforests all over the world, which needs our awareness and attention, that and how important they are in contributing or influencing the rate of global warming, or actually to give a solution, or to put a solution to our problem of climate change. It's very interesting, because this first backpack, okay, these are actually different models. So I will be presenting to you the very first model that, or the first backpack that I'll be presenting to you is called Sutjeska. It's named after a forest. It's a primeval forest, rainforest here in Europe. And it is, actually it's a national park. Sutjeska is a national park in Bosnia. And the forest that is called, the forest is called Perucica. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. But that is the name of the forest, and it is located in Sutjeska National Park. So we have named a backpack. This is the backpack, and I will presenting to you the features later and how it looks like. And this is very unique because it's the only backpack. And why is it unique? Because all of our backpacks are made from upcycled jeans, as you can see here. And I will present to you later the Sutjeska Backpack. And each upcycled jean is the only one that would exist, or it will not be replicated, because there is only one upcycled jean. And the backpack that you would be owning is actually very unique. It's the only the only backpack. It's actually like it's made only for you if you own a particular backpack. So yeah. Wait. Okay. So yeah, so we made we named Salus Vita Compassion Sutjeska. You can also find it on our website. By the way, this is also live on our website, so you can also watch this. We're not only live on YouTube, but also at the same time live on my website. Yeah. So this Perucica Forest Reserve, Rainforest Reserve, is actually recognized by the UNESCO, and it is also it's home to vegetation believed to be 300 years old. But as I've read further about it, which I will be reading about it to you later. So the national park Sutjeska was actually established in 1962, and it is actually really made with regard to the unique Perucica Forest. So it according to the UNESCO website, this Perucica Forest offers a unique study on the role of the forest or the role of forests in the global carbon cycle, and considering that it is the last primeval forest in modern Europe, it makes it a perfect natural laboratory, and yeah, to study, you know, how it's it has a history, sort of a history in terms of how it has evolved through the years, and how the species there has survived. So I think because of the influence, it hasn't been touched really by industrialization, or it has remained untouched. It becomes a perfectly natural laboratory to study species of flora. Yeah. And so most of the trees are more than 300 years old, and the primeval forest age is stated to be 20,000 years old, and that's actually older than the ice age. So you see, I think saying that it is a natural laboratory, it is a way of actually discovering, you know, how the species in this forest actually survive the climate change that happened in the past, because ice age is actually like the opposite of global warming. But despite the ice age, there were species that actually survived, and most of the plant species or the tree species in this primeval forest in Perucica is actually has actually survived the climate change of ice age at that time. So it would be interesting probably for scientists to study how species evolve to adapt to the changes in the environment, to the climate, and survive despite, you know, this drastic change. Well, of course, it's really a question, you know, of are we going to stop global warming, or are we going to adapt to the future, that the global temperatures will probably not be the same anymore as we have right now. So you can actually feel that in the changes in the weather, in tropical countries like the Philippines. The typhoons are becoming stronger. I mean, which we'll come to the topic later, because these backpacks are actually made by typhoon victims of the super typhoon Haiyan in 2013. And the super typhoons are actually the products or the effect of of climate change. We in the Philippines, we experience their yearly, usually in November, the strongest typhoons, but never a super typhoon, as far as I can remember. So you would really notice that the effects of climate change does not affect only the effect is global. And here in Europe, for example, according to news sources, that it hasn't the days that like right now we have springtime here, and it's actually it's supposed to be still cold. The temperatures are supposed to be less or colder temperature right now, but it has already showed like summer temperatures in some days. So you can actually notice there that due to climate change, you can feel it every day, that there are certain changes that if you compare it for like 20-30 years ago, you still have cold temperatures at this time, but not anymore. Yeah. So yeah. So going back to this to the importance of rainforests in the study of the effects of climate change and how we can probably slow it down. Because again, it's the question: are we going to stop? Can we stop global warming? Can we stop climate change? Or we can slow it down in order for us to adapt to the future of it's going to be a totally different scenario, of course. And you know, if you are a climate scientist, you would probably be like speaking about all of the effects of the way of life, the industries, how we live our life in general, in a totally different scenario. If global warming or if global warming is not slowed down and humans are not able to adapt, or yeah. So I think my opinion is that the only thing that we can do right now as humans is to slow down global warming. That would probably lessen the effect of climate change and also enable us to adapt our way of life to the future scenario of, you know, high global temperatures. Because can you imagine how will it affect food supply? Well, that was basic actually. Food supply. How will global warming affect food supply and our survival? I mean, again, as I'm not a scientist, so I think, but of course you can always read about studies about the effects of climate change. There is a United Nations Climate Change Committee, and they have a lot of they conduct studies, and of course trying to come up with solutions on how to combat climate change and hopefully reduce the increasing global temperatures that we are having. Actually, it's the increase in global temperature is becoming more drastic every year compared to the increase in temperature 20-30 years ago. So this speed actually of the temperature, the rate that the temperature of the global warming temperature is alarming. Because if you don't slow it down, then it will not give us that time to actually adapt to that future scenario when we're actually there. And it could actually it would affect already food supply and of course the ecosystem, the entire thing. Again, the ecosystem is a very we should always look at the importance of keeping everything in balance. So because an imbalance in the ecosystem will also affect the food chain, and of course the food supply of those involved, and we are part of that ecosystem. So yeah, just for example, if you look at the ecosystem, the water, the ocean, and we also have a problem of, you know, plastics in the ocean. If you disrupt this the food chain in the ocean, then of course at the end we'll also have less fish to fish. And you know, if you're killing fishes with plastic, and I don't know which species of, well, actually all of it now. I mean, because fishes cannot distinguish plastic from something that's edible or not. That's the thing. So yeah, so it's good that we are already aware of the effects of plastic in the ocean, and how we're trying. Of course, I hope if you are watching this, please do not throw plastic, or as much as well, don't use plastic, disposable plastics anywhere or anything, like plastic spoons and forks, plastic bags. If you can do away with it, you can just put it in your bag. I mean, in your bag. Exactly, this bag. So yeah, as much as possible, don't use this disposable plastics. It's also very alarming because you can actually use plastic bottles from your shampoo, from everything. So containers of food, you buy stuff in the market and they're all packed with plastic. So there is actually a solution here. There is what you call a grocery store. It's called Unverpackte Läden. It's actually a supermarket where you go in and everything is, you know, you buy it by the kilo and then you put it in your own containers, which you can use again. So if you buy like noodle, pasta, oil, or anything, just about anything, if you go in there and you can actually buy your food in not packed but you can use reusable, your own reusable containers. You just have to like weigh it there and then you pay for how much it weighs, and then you know you come back again and then use the same container, and then that's it. I mean, you don't, without having to use plastic wrapping for your food, which is a very good idea. I hope there will be more stores, food stores or grocery stores that are offering this, and yeah, let's that would really you know, help in reducing the use of plastic. In my business, DeCarbonize, I only use paper because that is biodegradable, and of course the materials that I use for my shoes are mostly recycled. I also have recycled PET as part of my as a component of my shoes, and the packaging of the shoes will come to you in a reusable cloth bag. Yeah, I don't use cartons for our box, shoe box anymore. I don't use shoe boxes because it will be delivered to you anyway in a box. So that's the only packaging it has. It's just placed in a shoe bag made of cotton, and the box that that you will receive it in. So yeah. So anyway, the topic right now is not about the shoes, but it's just, you know, since we're already discussing that one, yeah, I just want to tell you that everything, the entire concept behind the brand is really to make sure in every detail that we make sure that what we use would contribute to the solution of the problem of climate change. So anyway, we're there now. So again, this is I will be showing you right now the backpack. As we have already you know, talked about the name, which is Sutjeska, one of the rainforests here, primeval rainforests here in Europe, and it's actually called the lungs of Europe. It's really the last one. The last primeval, the last of the two primeval forests in Europe. Yeah, so this is the Sutjeska Backpack, named after the Sutjeska National Park. It's a very unique backpack. This is the only backpack with a very unique jeans. So if you have this one, you get like this. It's going to come folded. So the way to open actually the backpack is you have to fold it first in order to reveal the zipper. And it's, the reason for this is because the design of the backpack is actually to make it waterproof. Yeah, so if it rains, it will just fall off the material. By the way, the material that we use for the backpack is tarpaulin, Maruya tarpaulin. Yeah, sorry. I have it here. Wait. Anyway, so this is made of tarpaulin, and it is really it's waterproof. It could really protect your laptop or your stuff, and it's perfect for hiking. And if you go hiking in tropical temperatures, where it's also usually rainforests, if you go hiking in the rainforest, raining is kind of expected. So that's it. So you fold this one, and then that's how you open the zipper. It's much easier. And this is how it looks like, the Sutjeska Backpack. It's a very unique backpack. It's made of jeans. This is the only jeans that is made into this backpack. There's no other jeans like this. So this is a unique piece. Each of the backpacks that we offer is a unique piece. So it's very, it has a embroidery inside, and also this is the pocket of, there are pockets to this, are actually pockets of the jeans itself, where you can put pencil here and that maybe your handy. And this is a sleeve for your laptop, and it's also padded at the back, so it's really protected. It's good padding. Yeah, so it's really put attention into the details of this backpack to make it perfect for hiking. Yeah, so and at the back, this is the shoulder pads, the shoulder straps. Sorry, shoulder straps. Is also covered with the jeans. I don't. Well, it looks like, yeah. This is the. It could be part of the jeans that was inside, or it could be a different jeans, depending on the materials that are available. But and again, it's still part of the jeans of upcycle jean. Here it's covered, and it's also padded very well. And yeah, you can fit it actually. Yeah, so this is the Sutjeska backpack, and this is the only one. You can't. So if you want to reserve this, you go to the website, and yeah, you can take the. So this is a mini backpack actually. So it looks like this. So I'm gonna try to open it. It's also here. You can also close the strap here if you want. So it looks like this. Yeah. It's okay now. Yeah. So let's see the details. And compared to a, it's actually not much different. The mini backpack, and this is a regular. Well, it's not just a few centimeters bigger. Yeah. Compared to a regular. This is a regular backpack, and this is the size. So, yeah. Compared to a mini. Yeah. So depending on, really on your choice, how big your backpack, or depending also on your needs. So, but this Sutjeska backpack that I am featuring for this episode is a mini. It's smaller than the regular. So, more details about this Sutjeska backpack. I'm gonna open it so you can see that this is really the feature of unique feature of the backpack. Yeah. So I let me see. I'm looking for, wait. So if you're watching right now, do say to drop by, say hi, and if you have any questions about the product, you can just put on the chat. So I'm just checking the features of the backpack here, so I can tell you. Yeah, it's Maruyama. Maruyama is the name. Maruyama tarpaulin. Yeah, and upcycled jeans. So it also has here. You can write the name here. This is it's on German, so I'm going to. I don't have to translate it. But again, my website is available in German, and no, I don't want it. Yeah. So it's also waterproof, weatherproof. It's a name bag or a name tag. Sorry, and you can also adjust the straps. Of course, here you can actually adjust the straps according to you know how it fits you. How it would fit you better. So it has a volume of approximately 13 liters. The main compartment has a zipper. It's a really durable zipper. And it has and in the laptop sleeve it can fit a 13-inch laptop. And it's also nice. It says a handle here at the top. You can hang the backpack like that. Yeah, so that is our Sutjeska Backpack rucksack, named after the Sutjeska National Park in southern where's that? Europe, in somewhere in Europe. Sorry, in Bosnia, in Bosnia. Yeah. This backpack is actually made by an organization called Taclob, and it has what do you call this? It was organized in the aftermath of the Typhoon Haiyan. They trained the victims in Taclob. Tacloban is the city that was hardest hit by the Typhoon Haiyan. It's like in the center of the storm. And it was really totally flattened after the storm, and a lot of people, of course, lost their houses, their source of living. It was really a disaster after the storm or the typhoon, and they were able to. So this organization organized the people there to train them into making these bags. And the concept behind this bag is actually a survival backpack, because you can put everything, your essentials, in here, and it will protect it from everything. Water, or especially water, and especially if you like go on a hike or travel. You travel a lot. It's very durable material, and it will also last you a very long time to use this backpack. Yeah, it's also good to know that of course it's made from materials that are sustainable. So again, this was made by this organization named Taclob. And most of them are survivors of Typhoon Haiyan. And as I was saying about climate change, the effects of climate change, the people who made this bag are actually victims, unknowing victims of the effects of climate change. Because who would have thought that we would have a super typhoon? People in the Philippines are actually, as I said, already used. In my lifetime, I experienced like 2 super typhoons in my lifetime. So I know that, but not really that hard, because if you expect every year, then you try to to prepare for it, because you expect it every year. But who would expect that it will totally flatten the entire city? Entire place, because of its intensity. Just because of the intensity of the typhoon, it's a signal number 5. Normally we just have until like signal number 4, and it's already really, really strong. I think 280 kilometers per hour is that. and the super typhoon was like more than 300 kilometers per hour speed. So it destroyed almost everything in Taclob city, and the people are they trained to make these bags, help them of course to make these bags, and through the selling of these bags they're able to raise funds in order to put these people back in back to their feet. And of course, fast forward today, they are still making bags. Of course, you teach them the skills and they still have it, and they are able to have this business, and they're able to make bags for the business of my friend based in Denmark, Salus Vita. Salus Vita is the business that is based in Denmark, who they make these bags for, and is marketing here in Europe. And I'm partnering with my friend who's the owner of Salus Vita, Mary Rose, in marketing these backpacks here in Germany. So yeah, maybe just there is a video about this Taclob. I'll be showing to you, and so you have like an idea exactly how it started, and the person behind it who had started this idea. So I'll be back in a sec. I'll just prepare.
Sabi sa akin ng mga Yolanda survivors noon, "Sir, salamat sa rebuilding materials, salamat sa relief goods, pero kailangan po namin talaga trabaho." People tend to look at survivors of Yolanda as victims, when in fact, they're the ones that survived the greatest storm that ever hit the planet. That's why when I went into Tacloban, I wanted to offer them a sustainable livelihood. We were able to establish Taclob and create a community of highly skilled bag makers. The main challenge was to come up with a functional infrastructure amidst all of this. That's why I needed a partner that was willing to build a broken community with me. Then there's Globe, my business. They were the perfect partner to help me mitigate the brokenness and create more connections. We were able to maintain connectivity with people from all over the world who poured in their support. Plus, I can share their stories to the world, how they're rebuilding their lives one bag at a time. We were able to empower survivors with lifelong skills that they can use beyond Taclob. The less of me and the more of them taking charge of the company and their lives, that's success for me.
So that was a short video about the Taclob organization, and how it all started and how they train these people how to make bags. And yeah, it's really the business is still thriving up to now, and of course the people who they trained has carried on this business and has provided them a source of living. And we are trying to market it here in Europe, the backpacks, but of course we also ship worldwide, and it's just really interesting that these backpacks are so unique. It's it's the only backpack with this particular gene, so it's really if you own a backpack, it's like it's really just made just for you. Yeah. So it's me. Oh. So yeah, I think that's about it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, it's I plan to do this every week, Tuesdays, from 7 p.m. And I hope to see you then again next week, and I'll be presenting to you another backpack, and we can discuss again another rainforest somewhere in the world, and maybe if you're interested, you can also suggest a rainforest that you know that needs attention due to problems that face rainforests, which we know is mainly deforestation. So we will be going to that in our future episodes, and yeah, stay tuned, and yeah, thank you again for watching. My name is Anna, and yeah, I hope to see you again on my next live stream. See you then. Bye.